Oh, hi, I'm Mal from the Money Study, bringing you another episode in the Ultimate PSS Education Series. This is episode number 42, all about eligibility. Can you indeed get back into your scheme, be it PSS, CSS and so forth, depending on what you've done in the past and what you're doing in the future? So let's find out a bit more, but before we do, there's the disclaimer: facts and figures only in this session's information, it's not advice. Now this is a little chart here that may be a bit hard to see as a video. You could always just pause the screen and do a screenshot and print it off to have a bit more of a, expand it up and have a look. If you really do struggle to be able to read it in any format there, just flick us an email at admin@themoneystudy.com.au and we'll send you a copy. You can indeed find it on the CSC website as well, which is, of course, where I stole it from. So what this is all about is, and I'm getting a lot of people talking about, oh, I should have been in this scheme, I should have been in that, they got it wrong, I could have done this, I could have done that, and so forth. What this little chart does, this is what they use to effectively decide whether you are indeed eligible to get back into the CSS, PSS and PSSAP. So what you've got across on those little charts across the right hand side there is the different schemes. So the orange relates to that column there is getting back into the CSS, the aqua colour, that's getting back into the PSS, and of course the darker blue is getting back into the PSSAP. And on the left hand side, all that writing in the grey shaded area is basically the legend as to what these little symbols mean. So we've got a just like an exclamation mark which says you must join. There's no choice available. You've got a tick that says you must be offered the choice but eligible to elect to join this scheme. And then there's a cross, you're not eligible to join. There's a flag, meaning that you need a new AGS number. If it's just got a dot, it's the same AGS number used if ongoing or if they elect to join the PSS. There's a little bell there, employee eligible if they have not defaulted and they meet the following PSS eligibility criteria, meaning employed on a contract for 3 months or had 3 months Australian government employment in the last 2 years or have the intention to pay a transfer value into the PSS. So there's a few little criteria there that will help. And of course there's another symbol which I'm sort of struggling to, looks like I don't know what it is actually, down the bottom left hand corner there. The scheme not eligible as a default fund. If employee does not join available schemes and does not have a stapled fund, the employer must select a fund other than the CSS, PSS or PSSAP. So that's your little explanation of the various different symbols. And then what you've got this flowchart, and it starts up in that top sort of left-hand corner there where it says, has the employee ever been a member of the CSS, PSS or PSAP? And of course, if it says no, then basically you just go straight down to the bottom and they'll effectively put you into the PSSAP. And that's the end of the story. If, however, you've said, yes, I've either got a CSS or a PSS, then you either look at the orangey reddy colour one and follow it across, or you come down to the aqua colour. And of course, this is all for PSS people, so let's assume we go down to the middle dot there. And then it says, so have they been a member? And then it's either no or yes. Well, we're obviously looking at yes, we were a member of the PSS before. And then you can basically go on, then it depends on, are you ongoing continuous, are you non-ongoing continuous, are you ongoing concurrent, meaning you've already got the PSS contributing membership, but this is another second employer, or a non-ongoing concurrent. And so there's all these different situations there. And you can then see with the little legend of whether, if you're coming back there, the top one, ongoing continuous, then obviously you've got an exclamation mark that says, yep, you must join. You must join. There's no choice available. Okay, so you just, this little legend thing here will just give you explaining, you know, if you think you've been hard done by, just go back to what was the situation when you came back. You know, were you coming back as ongoing or non-ongoing, and so it goes on there. And of course, if you thought you really should have been in the CSS because you had a CSS membership, use this chart to see whether that really is applicable to you. Hopefully this will just sort of help you sort of, iron out a bit of those possibilities that you thought you may or may not. That's what they use. If that didn't happen, then in theory, you've got reason to be, to argue the point. We're here to help you understand if, you know, what that all means. If you really just get a bit bemused by the terminology and some of the jargon, make an appointment with us. We'll go through the chart with you to explain your options, and if it's wrong, what then would be your recourse from that. We look forward to meeting up with you, perhaps in an appointment or certainly on a future one of these videos.